Alas Pilipinas Invitationals. It's a very short tournament happening here in the Philippines, and specifically in Cubao, in Quezon City. It's known as Araneta City. Welcome to a close today. It's been a festive extravaganza, bonanza volleyball. Nothing at stake, no championship nil for us, but an opportunity to test medal, especially the last two teams that will be on the floor here today.
That is correct. We can treat this as a virtual gold medal match between Alas Pilipinas and the Thailand national team. Two teams undefeated, and we've seen a lot of great games in the past 2 days. So I'm sure this is going to be an explosive one as well.
And there is so much history between those two teams, especially since they have met, of course, in the Southeast Asian Games. There have been times when the Philippines will win against Thailand, and Thailand will counter against the Philippines. So there's some history between these two teams.
I can still remember that game in 2019 where we won that match against Thailand to book that finals ticket in the SEA Games. But again, we are preparing for the World Championship, so we really need to play well against Thailand today.
So these two teams playing 2 games so far, undefeated so far up to this point. Talking about that 2019 team, the coach of that team is an assistant with this team right now, Dante Alinsunorin. But we're getting ahead of the story. Let's talk about Marcus Espejo and how he has continued to blossom despite all the injuries that have affected his career.
He was a service specialist in their first game against Jakarta, but he got a lot of minutes in their previous game against the Hyundai Capital Skywalkers. Exploded for 20 points. We know that Marcus Espejo is still one of the best all-around players in the Philippines. That's why he really needs to get those minutes so that he can be prepared also for the upcoming tournaments.
And it's hard when you're trying to play at a certain level and you have to manage injuries, Neil.
That is correct. He's been dealing with a lot of minor injuries. He's played in Japan, he's played in Bahrain, but I know that he has been recovering well as well. And right now, he's not a one-man team. There is a deep bench for Alas Pilipinas, and we saw another player, another MVP in the UAAP, Kennedy Batas, who has been supporting Marcus Espejo in terms of production.
And quite a name that he's creating for himself in this tournament and in the previous one, of course, in the UAAP. 7 points, you'd say not so much, but he's, again, beginning to make some ripples here.
This is his debut in the national team colors. Season 87 MVP in the UAAP. He did score 7 points against Hyundai, and even in their first game, he was the spark plug. He got limited minutes, but he was able to score 3 immediate points for Alas Pilipinas.
Okay, and before the game here today, we had our Alexis Inside talk to Kennedy Batas when nobody was on the court. Let's listen in.
So Ken, you've been one of the reliable wingers for the past game. So how do you feel that you're getting recognition from the Filipino volleyball community?
Yeah, sobrang proud. Nakaka-proud siya kasi hindi ko na-expect na makakarating ako sa ganitong competition. But then again, lagi lang akong ready, and then napakita ko lang kung ano mga natutunan ko sa training.
And Ken, share mo naman sa amin yung personal goals mo given that it's your first time with the national team.
Siguro as a rookies, walang masyadong expectation. But then again, pag binigyan ako ng playing time ng mga coaches, lagi lang akong ready. Queen is always ready. Yeah.
Now, what is your message for the Filipino volleyball fans?
Siguro yung message ko lang na sa mga volleyball fans, sa mga Filipinos, na lagi nyo kami supportahan no matter what. And just spread kindness. Okay.
Maraming salamat, Ken. Indeed, it's always a different surge of confidence for a first-timer like Kennedy in the national team. Like he said, he is always ready to show what the power and the strength that the Philippines has for the national team. Now, speaking of confidence, Neil, I also got to talk to Steven Rotter, and he said he was surprised with the 2-0 outcome because given Korea and Indonesia, they're both strong teams. Now, for them to be vying for first place at the same day that the women's team actually won, it's really a different surge of confidence, especially now that it's June 12, it's Independence Day. It's a different feeling, especially when it comes to their patriotism as the Philippine team. Back to you, Neil and Seb.
Okay, thank you very much, Alexis Tinsay, who has been all around the floor preparing us for this game. Now, let's talk about Thailand. So much so for the confusion of the names. We'll get them. No problem with that. We've done many different countries, you and I, but a player who's outstanding here, who's on automatic, is number 3, Abamtor Konan, who scored 16 against Jakarta.
He has been one of the mainstays that has been leading the national team for the past couple of years. He's a 4-time best opposite hitter in the Thailand league. And again, every time we go up against Thailand, Amortep Konhan will always be a pain in our backs.
Malaking problema laging sa atin yan. But let's see what kind of defense the Alas team will put up here today. There's another player that's worth taking a note of. It is number 5. He's trying to hide from us. That's Isada Neil Sawai, who against Jakarta pocketed 14 points, but take note, 6 blocks.
Again, he is also one of the mainstays in the national team. He was with the national team since 2010. And right now, he is actually the tallest player of Thailand. So that will be a good test for the offense of the Philippines. He did put up 6 blocks against Jakarta yesterday. So let's see if how we can deal with the blocking of Thailand today.
So this is going to be, wow, a lot of loud music. A very revealing game for these two teams. In fact, let's bring along Alexis Tinsay again and give us an update about this Thai team. Alexis?
Sir Seven Neil, I actually got to talk to their coach, Coach Park Ki-won, and he told me, actually, this is a surprise for you both. Thailand is actually not that confident. It's because they do not have the home court advantage, so they're feeling a bit homesick. Now, sinabi ng coaches sa kanila, you know what, you can still bank on the energy of the Filipino fans. And again, I talked to the players. They said, yes, indeed, the loud crowds are roaring and they are going to bank energy on that. Now, hindi pa sila aalis. They're actually going to train here until June 15 because they are going to compete for the ABC Cup on June 17. So it's non-stop training, non-stop passion for volleyball for the Thailand team. Back to you, Sir Seven.
Thank you very much, Alexis. And this is interesting. Everybody is preparing. Everybody wants to get extra training, Neil. Huh?
Yes, I'm just excited. So let's get the ball rolling.
Oh, exactly. It's going to be Thailand against the Philippines, 2 undefeated teams. A very special exhibition series here in the Alas Invitational, treating all of us to a great day of volleyball on Independence Day.
Volleyball fans, welcome to the Smart Araneta Coliseum for the final game of the Alas Pilipinas Invitationals Tournament 2025. This is match number 6 of the tournament, the showdown between the national teams of the Philippines, Alas Pilipinas, and their opponents, Thailand. Introducing the 2 referees officiating this match. Our first referee is Jocelyn Del Rosario, international referee. Second referee is Herbert Matematico, international referee. And now let's meet the starters. First for Thailand. Opposite header number 3, team captain Amontep Konhan. Middle blocker number 5, Kisata Nilsawai. Another middle blocker number 7, Tupatit Praput. Center number 17, Punyarit Wongton. Outside spiker number 22, Anurak Panram. And outside spiker number 26, Chaiwat Tungkam. Starting libero, number 14, Tanapat Charansuk. Head coach for Thailand is Park Ki-won. And now the starters for Alas Pilipinas. Setter number 3, Owa Retamar. Opposite hitter number 5, Steven Rotter. Outside spiker number 15, Mark Espejo, team captain. Middle blocker number 16, Peng Tagipolos. Middle blocker number 20, Lloyd Josafat. And outside spiker number 21, Louis Ramirez. Starting libero number 2, Josh Ibanez. Head coach for Alas Pilipinas is Angelino Frigoni.
Coach Angelino is calling the shots, of course, for the Philippines. Angelino Frigoni, who has immense international experience coaching both women's and men's teams. We take a look at the starting lineups. Kisada Anorak Bonari, Damtrek Chaiwat Topadit, and Tanapat is the starting libero. The other side who entered to thunderous applause. The people, they know the players, huh?
It's a good-sized crowd.
Rotter, Tagapilos, Usapat, Retamar, Espejo, and Ibanez. This must feel special for you as a men's volleyball player, huh? Just seeing a game of the men's at the big dome and a good-sized crowd. Not full, huh?
Yes.
But a good-sized crowd.
So much has changed for men's volleyball. I'm just really happy for the support we've been getting. And right now, Alas Pilipinas has been impressive in this exhibition tournament, beating Jakarta and beating South Korea as well. Now we're up against a strong team in the Thailand national team.
And you will say, as the first 2 points are split between the 2 sides, on the attack by Thailand. First point scored by the Philippines was via a service error. All set to serve is Anurak. Retamar sets, and a quick from the middle is down and out. It's already on the floor.
More touch was called.
Rosario says it's on the floor, but they want to challenge actually. But will they? Yes, they will. Coach Park Ki-won was looking at these assistants. Now we're confirming, of course, Jocelyn Del Rosario is an international referee. And the other referee, of course, is Herbert Matematico. We're checking now if the challenge will proceed. Ang aga, no? You were talking about player number 5, Quisada. Quite tall, no question about it. He's just above 6'7", I believe.
That is correct. 6'7" for the middle blocker of Thailand.
You're very good at converting the metrics into feet and inches. You're right. You're absolutely correct. In the meantime, we continue. There is no challenge here. Counter-attack. It's still playable. Tracked down by Louis Ramirez. Rotter fires. Here's the set by Thailand. And it is a check ball. It's outside. We are tied at 2.
As expected, Thailand will really go to the right pin a lot in this match. Their main attacker, Amorntep Conhan, will be at the forefront of their offense. Quisada Nil Sawai will take care of their defense. So for Alas Pilipinas, if we do want to get more points from our transitions and first attack, we have to be stable on passing.
Which is so true. In the meantime, that shot handled by Amorntep is played out by the Philippines. Here's a free ball. The counter, Amorntep, no problem. Picked up by Ibanez. The reverse set. Down the middle we go. And Marcus Bell scores. Alexis Tinsay will file her first report. Alexis?
Live at the Smarts Araneta Coliseum, brimming with confidence, both teams enter tonight's clash at 2-0 with Marcus Bejo leading the way with poise and power and Kennedy Patas, a reliable scoring option. Now before the game, Woods Budin shared to me that they had to prioritize recovery. So they had to forego training a while ago. Hindi na sila nag-training, nag-service lang sila. This is them conserving their energy for a titanic showdown tonight. Owen Tamar told me that the biggest lesson that they are focusing for today is mid-game adjustments, especially that every set will be a different one, giving the playing level of Thailand. Now Thailand, on the other hand, banking on the energy of the Coliseum with the relentless offense of Amorntep and towering net presence of Nil Sawai. Now Anil and Sursev, it's skill versus system, heart versus height, season plays versus home pride. Let's go back to set 1 for this rally.
That's so well said, Alexis. In the meantime, the Philippines has scored 3 straight points, Neil. Some good moments on both defense and offense for the Philippines. In the meantime, Thailand has asked for a timeout. We'll be right back. Okay, Neil, the Philippines scoring 3 straight points, prompting Korea to call, or rather Thailand, because the coach is Korean, Thailand to call a timeout.
That is correct. We are getting a lot of good rebounds from our blocking, and that's what we want. Doesn't need to be a kill block. As long as we get that soft touch, we will get a chance to attack off transition. That point will be awarded to Thailand, though. It's out of bounds, says the first referee.
Tamar had the right idea, but there's a challenge by Coach Gregoni. No, he does not pursue the challenge. Whoa, you can serve. Service ace.
As I mentioned before, passing will always be magnified in the international arena. If you want to get that quick side out, you really have to be able to pass that ball to the setter.
Captain Conan Amorntep taking care of business. Retamar checks the horizon and we score inside. Osapat knocking it down from the middle.
Osapat has been performing at a very high level as well. That's why he got the starting nod in this game.
Down the middle we go, hands up for Louis Ramirez. Down the middle, we are forward, we pursue. It's the 4th touch. And Thailand gets its 5th point.
This is going to be the trend tonight.
Yeah, I guess
It is
so.
going to be a tight match
And the
between...
crowd is early into the game, enjoying themselves. Thailand down by just 1. Good catch. Espejo knocks it in.
That's 3 points already for Mark Espejo. One of the biggest benefits of having Mark Espejo in the starting unit is number 1, passing. Number 2, he can convert out of the out-of-system plays of the
Correct,
Philippines.
that's so correct. In the meantime, however, there is a mistake on the serve by Joshua Retamar, and that'll make it 7-6. Tupadit. That sails in cleanly. Opportunity to attack. Espejo's shot being handled well. Lifted high by Ramirez. Here's the set by Retamar. Espejo trying to find an open area. Here comes Thailand pursuing the strike. And it's mishandled on the sideline.
It's another bullet for Amorn Thep from the back row. The setter of Thailand just establishing good spacing in terms of offense.
And Thailand has now pulled across after being down early on by 1 or 2 points. Here's Retamar setting up Rotter. Handled well by the defense. Down the middle we go, and Thailand takes the lead. 3 straight points actually.
That's another pipe attack for the national team of Thailand.
And Tupadit will continue to serve. Tupadit making sure it goes in. One-handed set. This strike is out of control. Rotter unable to knock it in. That's 4 straight points now by Thailand, and they lead by 2 at 9-7. Back quickly. Back with us here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Just a little footnote about Coach Angelino Frigoni, a very young 71 years old, longtime assistant coach for Italy and then became head coach. Has also coached in the Netherlands and has also coached for Russia and Egypt. Thailand is still in the lead, although the Philippines will obtain the serve. Mark Espejo is on the line. That's off. But that's how Mark serves. That's his style. Noon pa. From way back.
Let's go big or go home when it comes to services. But as mentioned by Alexis a while ago, we really have to be consistent when it comes to service, because in the first 2 games of this competition, we really committed a lot of unforced errors in that department.
Do you think it's because we're getting used to the system and playing out in the international scene, and this is blocked out? The Philippines will get its 9th point. Do you think we're trying to still master the system?
Yeah, of course, I think we are trying to create points from the service line. We want to weaponize our services so that we can get instant points on that first hit pa lang.
Block.
Consistency is a different thing altogether. Right now, Thailand is just milking their production from the back row.
We have a good size class. The tickets are not too expensive. I noticed from the box office outside. I know we're at 500, 300. So we have a good size Independence Day crowd here. Espejo picks it up. Tracked down that time. And that's going to be outside. And Thailand will now move into a 3-point lead.
That was a costly shank pass for Alas Pilipinas. There's also an overset from Josh Ibanez.
Here's Anurak. Anurak serve, too long. What we're using, at least from our point of view, we're using the shirt names as their names. They do have different first names, different last names that will work with the shirt names that you're seeing right now. That serve is too long, and Thailand now with a 3-point lead.
That's another unforced error from that service line.
Here's Quesada. Rotter gets it to connect.
Great adjustment from Owa Retamar. It wasn't the optimal pass that he was hoping for from Luis Ramirez. Again, Marcus Feo was the one who set up Steven Rotter for that back row attack. So these are the ad-lib plays that will also help the Philippines when they're out of system.
And they're pretty unexpected, actually. Nicely done. Oh, big hit from the right wing using the left hand. Captain Kunan Amortep.
Kunhan Amortep has been on point in this first set, converting almost all of the sets given to him by their playmaker.
I don't think he's missed too many.
Overpass.
Uh-oh. Problematic. It's a double touch.
These are bonus points for Alas Pilipinas. But by this time, they really need to adjust
and
when it comes to their reception pattern.
Crowd is trying to cheer them all with synchronized clapping. The set. Luis Ramirez keeps it in play. Retamar. Rotter!
Steven Rotter is also shaping up to be one of our go-to scorers.
And the Philippines comes within 1 point.
Retamar didn't complicate things in that last play. Steven Rotter was right in front of him.
Yes.
He saw that opening and they were able to score that point.
The serve of Lloyd Hosapat. This one is quickly countered by Thailand. Anurak burning the floor with that heat.
That's their version of that pipe attack.
2-point lead, a familiar refrain by Thailand here in this opening set. Banyas getting to it. Espejo trying to be creative. Down the middle we go. Rotter swings it high. The track down. Open shot. Yes! Right in front of Ibanez. Anurak with 2 points already.
Anurak saw that opening between the double block of Alas Pilipinas. Also able to hit that sharp cross-court angle.
But the reception of the serve has been pretty solid for Alas. And there's a big shot by Espejo.
We will take it. The stamp of approval from Coach Fregoni after that swing from Marcus Espejo.
Long time as a coach of the women's team of the Netherlands for about 3 years. Set. Espejo.
Well, that's the right set. Mark Espejo is on. You really have to give him more attempts.
Yes. You have to feed him. Scoring machine is apart. We know that. In the meantime, 1 point lead by Thailand. Short serve, very strategic. Dug up after the Dolphin dive. Espejo out, and we are tied here in the first.
That's 3 straight points for Alas Pilipinas. Scare off Mark Espejo, but we also have to credit the defense of the converted libero, Josh Ibanez, popping that ball up.
3 straight points by Alas Pilipinas. Retamar. Do we go on 2? We don't. Perfectly done. No problem that time on the connection by the captain, Kunan Amortep.
We're actually seeing more sets to the back row from the national team of Thailand compared to sets to the front line.
They're trying to throw off the Philippine side by surprising them with some more pipe attacks. Ibanez receiving, Retamar reversing, Espejo connecting again. He has been unstoppable with 7 points so far.
Oh, Retamar disguised that so well last second. He went to that reverse set, giving Mark Espejo a single blocker. It's not easy to fool Kisa Daniel Sawai, but you're able to do it that
Yes.
last rally.
That is outside. It would be a service error by the Philippines.
It has really been the thorn of our campaign here in the Invitationals.
Of
And
course,
we
it's
still have time to
Yeah.
adjust.
That's why, we are preparing this team for the World Cup in September, which the Philippines is hosting, of course. Bullet coming from Louis Ramirez.
Here comes the substitution for Coach Fregoni. Kennedy Batas will serve for Peng Tagibolos.
And the crowd rippling and feeling the excitement as Ken Batas is in.
This will give Owa Retamar additional options from the back row. He will have 2 MVPs
That's a line.
from
It was-
the Blue Eagles.
That was, he was either stepping on the line or he served long, actually.
Foot fault called on Kennedy Batas. So that will be a 3-point for Thailand.
Oh! Both teams committing some service errors. Thailand has 4 service errors so far. Philippines side has 5. We're knotted at 19. Who rather serve a bullet as well. That's still alive, but they couldn't elevate it. Thailand grabs the upper hand anew.
Kisa Daniel Sawai got the green light from their playmaker. Only up against Lloyd Josafat.
1-point lead by Thailand. Ramirez reaches for it. There's a jam at the net. Ramirez uncorks, but there's a check ball.
Yes, there was a check ball. No challenge from the national team of Thailand. We're all squared up at 20 all. And this is where the test of character will always kick in. When you're already at the 20-point mark,
That's the
you have to
hardest
be
part,
able to finish the set with flying colors.
That's where you guys always call perfect volleyball has to come up. Tabla, 20 all. The set. And that's in the corner. Chaiwat taking care of business there. And Chaiwat has 4 points. Amontep, number 3, has 5. Oh, service ace.
Another strong serve from Thailand. They've been targeting the outside hitters of Alas Pilipinas here in this first set. They want to take them out of the equation. That will also force Coach Frigoni to call for time.
You know, Coach Bergoli, boy, we have some guests. Some familiar faces, of course. Ibanez, he has been targeted, huh? In the meantime, the set by Thailand. That's going to work, and they now lead by 3 as they tiptoe towards the finish line.
That's 3 straight shank passes from Team Philippines. We have to be able to address our concern in passing before anything else. We have to get Amontep out of the service
The
line.
equation, yes. Chaiwat already with 5 points. That's a bad serve. He knew it. The minute he left his hands, he knew he was in trouble. That's the captain, Bonan Amontep.
More substitutions for Coach Frigoni. Another rookie in Jackson Reed. We'll check in for Alas Pilipinas.
Thailand leading by 2 here in the opening set. Final day of this joyful exhibition series involving 4 teams trying to prove their own team performances. Good serve. That's going to work off the block, and Thailand finds itself at set point.
Thailand has been passing so well. That's why
Yeah.
it's just so easy for the playmaker to choose a point of attack.
You know, the setter Bunyarid has just made life so simple for the Thailand team after getting a good pair or set of first balls. Attack! That is outside, and Thailand will take set number 1, scoring 5 straight points. Is there a challenge, Neil?
It is going to be a ball in, ball out challenge for Alas Pilipinas.
Coach Park Ki-won is telling Coach Frigoni, really? The coaches, they're also playing their own game. Huh? So there are some things that the Alas Pilipinas side has to work on going into the second set. Let's take a look at this. It is outside. It's unsuccessful, and it will end at 25 to 21. And we'll have the second set ready for you shortly. (25-21) was the final count of that first set. Thailand picking it up after and despite a spirited charge by the Philippines keeping it close. Set number 1 and the choice cuts from that set, but the passing has to be worked on, Neil. Yeah, that's a good observation.
That is correct. It's actually very easy to pinpoint the things that need to change for Alas Pilipinas. Number 1, it's their consistency in serving. Number 2, it's also their passing, because we were able to tie things up at the 20 all.
Yeah.
But then we had 3 straight shank passes, and every time you get the shank pass, it's practically a free ball given to your opponent, and Thailand just knew what to do with those free balls given up by Alas Pilipinas. We don't have any problems in offense, that's for sure. We were already able to match the output of the national team of Thailand, even in blocking, 1 apiece. But really, it's the serving of Thailand national team that has been giving us a difficult time in scoring more.
And they have limited their service errors. It's been a loaded serve for them. As we take a look at the numbers, as you mentioned, from that first set, close and tight all the way. Actually, it was just at the end when separation was created.
We also committed more unforced errors compared to the national team of Thailand. They gave us a lot of 3 points from the service line that we weren't able to maximize. Seeing a lot of PBL stars in attendance. Iris Tolenada, MJ Phillips, and Tia Andaya. And now you're seeing the ambassadors of the World Championships,
Nico
Eliza
Halili?
Valdez and Brian
Nico Halili is the
Paguna.
ambassador? No. That's Eliza Valdez, who joyfully messed up our production room earlier by greeting all of us there. Nice to see live all the time, of course. And of course, some of our signal executives right there. Our top honcho, Ma'am Shanna, and Miko Halili, of course, our signal content spearhead. In the meantime, I like the attendance here tonight. This is a great evening of volleyball. I'm sure it was also inspired in part by the 3-set victory of the Alas women's team earlier today. Well, that was... I expected that to go long, about
Me
5
too.
sets either way, But Alas was determined. Let's finish it, and they're in the semis, and you could feel the heartbreak of the Iranian team as they were watching, and they're not going to be in the semifinals. Referee Jocelyn has summoned the captains, Mark Espejo, as well as Amor Tep. Don't forget, Jocelyn is an international referee. That's not an easy accomplishment. It takes a while before you are granted that particular stature. Here we go. Second set. Let's see how Alas adjusts. And that is inside on the hook.
That's just pure height. Kesa Daniel Sawai. 6'7". Wow. That's the only thing you cannot teach in volleyball.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yan Sawai Kisada. And the serve now goes to Thailand. Short serve. Oh, Ibanez has worked hard. One-handed set. That's short.
Too soft on the push from Lloyd Yosafat. It's 2 straight points for Thailand.
Coach Angelino was also quoted as saying, the important thing is to find out what we need to improve on. The score, you like to win, of course, but what are things that we need to improve on as a unit? Ramirez overcooks this. 3 straight points by Thailand. Crowd beginning to murmur. Here comes the serve by the setter, Wong Torn Bunyarid. Deep, really targeting the libero. Rutter unloads. Bunyarid kicked high. Oh, good catch that time by Retamar. Becomes a set. Rutter rejected. Ibanez. Retamar sends it to the other side. And that will buy for the first point of the Philippines, courtesy of Ramirez.
That's a defense pattern that we want to see from Alas Pilipinas. Coverage was there for our attackers. That's why we had a lot of chances to put that ball away. Now, Kim Malabunga will be the starting middle blocker for Alas Pilipinas, replacing Peng Tagibolos.
And that shot is long and out. Alexis, go.
Sir 7-0, it's Thailand who dominated set 1. But for the Philippines, they're just getting started. Mark Espejo told me how they scouted Thailand with their past 2 games, trying to overcome their strengths and being familiar with their system. Now they also want to minimize their service errors. That has been their biggest fault in the past games. Now as the wolf of the pack, Mark and Coach Angeloni are focusing not just on the end result, but the overall progress the team has made. And for him, masaya siya sa tinalon na progress ng team within a matter of weeks from the overseas and university ins and outs. Now, we already saw one Alas team win today. Now, we're in the historic Big Dome. Can the men's team make history too and make it Alas Dos? Back to you, Sir 7-0.
Thank you very much, Alexis Tinsay. Again, it's Independence Day. Mabuhay, maligayang araw ng kalayaan sa lahat. 5-2 is the count. Thailand pulling away slowly here. They're serving very short, very strategic. This shot by Rutter out of reach.
It's point number 4 for Steven Rotter. He is the second highest scorer for Las Pilipinas. Marcus Peo scored 7 points in that opening frame.
And here comes Rotter, all set to serve. Loves to spin that ball on his right hand before getting his rhythm going. That's blocked, and that'll stay down. And the Philippines scores its 4th point.
Only down by a single point. Now we're seeing better ball control from the service line from Marcus Peo and Steven Rotter. We know that they have power in their jump serves, but first, they have to get their proper range first.
Rotter, bullet, Tanapat, unable to handle it. That's a service ace, and we are tied.
That's the thing. When they get their serves in, it can be converted into a point.
Steven Rotter will continue to serve. Second set is tied at 5. That is caught by the net. Philippines with 6 service errors in the match. Just above that net, Tamar with a flying set. And Rotter gets that to bind. We are tied at 6.
He makes up for that service error. Another bullet from the back row from Steven Rotter.
Down the line is his territory.
Tatak signal.
He has a land title to that area. Luis Ramirez will jump into the serve. Dug up deeply. Middle attack. Long and out. Philippines grabs the upper hand after scoring 2 straight points. Here's Ramirez. Big serve. Rejected. Casadi keeping it in play. Retamar picking his poison. Went to Espejo. They didn't nail that. Ibanez makes it a set. Espejo rejected. And excellent defense by Thailand and the net. We're tied.
Amortep knew that it was coming. Marcus Peo is also a familiar face to the Thailand national team. Look at that established double block. Or was it a 3-man block set up by the black shirts?
Wanan Amortep will serve. That clips the net. Tanapat keeps it in play. Oh, Rotter thrown back by the power of that shot. And apologies coming from Taiwan.
Everything happens so fast in men's volleyball, so reaction time is very crucial. That's all part of the game. I'm sure that wasn't the first time Rotter was hit in the face. I mean, for volleyball players, you get hit all the time.
But it's also
very common.
It's also very regular to apologize. That's not disappear from the game. In the meantime, that works on that dink. Throwing up the double team there.
8 points for Marcus Peo, changing things up. This time going for a softer shot.
We're tied at 8. Close to the net. Rotter keeps it in play. The hit by Husapat. Block, but kept in play. Crowd yelling at the play. This shot down and out. And the Philippines is in the lead by 1.
The crowd is enjoying the action between the Las Pilipinas and the Thailand national team. So if you're in the area, why not come on over and watch live?
9-8 tally. Philippines coming together after being behind that long, but it was touched last by Ramirez.
Ball was on its way out, but I think there was also a check up front from Las Pilipinas.
Yeah, Luis Ramirez touched it. And we're tied at 9. Here comes the serve by Chaiwat. Tungkam Chaiwat. That touches the net. The set, perfectly done. And that's drilled in by Lloyd Josapat.
One of the things that I also like about the composition of Alas Pilipinas that we have a very deep bench in all positions.
Yes.
The youngsters are there, so it's a balance of veterans and the new generation of players for the Philippines.
This is captain play. Ramirez digging it high. That is out, and the Philippines has a 2-point lead.
Anorak was bothered by the double block set up by Alas Pilipinas.
Thailand asking for a timeout. Will return. It must be awesome, you know?
PVL is just around the corner.
Yeah, and we are going on tour, I hear, in a couple of days.
Bigan will be the first destination of the PVL.
Yeah. Dug up! Rupture! And he hits it to this crowd roar!
Alas Pilipinas will now establish a 3-point lead against Thailand.
They've scored the last 3 points of the second set. Brother was so funny during the awards that he dropped the trophy, and I kept telling him, "You don't drop the ball, but you dropped the trophy. It's an accident, sir. It's an accident." Panapat getting to it. Oh, Ibanez so steady. Back row. Oh! Ramirez makes it a 4-point lead.
That is the goal for Alas Pilipinas. They have to keep that ball alive in order for them to get a chance to attack.
All we
Josh
needed was
Ibanez
an
getting a lot
opening,
of
you know.
good
All we
digs.
needed was some rhythm going, and the passing is so much better here in the second set. Now Thailand has been stuck at 9 for quite a while now. Short serve, that's strategic.
Oh, wow. One-hand dig.
Espejo couldn't get it to go across. He knew it. Mark realized it late that there was a double block on him, actually. Watch this. Oh, that's a big dig downstairs.
Thailand just knew that the middle blocker won't be getting any set because Owar Atamar was the one who got that first pass.
Tough set. Dug up. Ibanez is all over this floor. Oh, that just doesn't connect. Quesada making that happen, and Thailand has scored 2 in a row.
Block was just too late for Alas Pilipinas.
Two-point lead. Let's listen in to the timeout. We'll be back soon. We have some other of your friends.
Crisscross King Crunchers are also in attendance. Ish Polvorosa, Francis Saura, Rex Intal, Jaron Requenton. Everybody is enjoying
And lending
action
support.
here.
Lending support. Yun naman ang sarap ng volleyball community. In the meantime, this is inside. And the lead of the Philippines, which was 4 points earlier, has now been reduced to just 1. 3 straight points by Thailand. Ramsin Kiatipum. Espejo. Retamar. Tinago si Espejo. They hit him when suddenly with that reverse that connected.
It's a better hit from Mark Espejo. So Retamar was able to give Mark Espejo a delayed double block.
That's the right term, delayed double block. Serves on target, it's an ace!
Back-to-back points. He's now in double digits, talking about Mark Espejo, the team captain with 11 markers.
Yeah, and so far the Philippines has registered 2 aces. Big serve continues. Oh, well done. That is so hard to stop. Nil Sawai, Quesada.
Team blocking is so important, especially when you're up against a very tall middle blocker, Nil Sawai.
And the setter of Thailand, Bunyarid, will be serving. That's pushed up. Retamar sends it back. Tanapat is there. Push back, and it's outside. You know, Ibanez has been so steady. Despite the fact that that went out, he was still able to get to it.
Blocking has been so solid for the national team of Thailand.
Yes.
I count 4 or 5 blocks already. Steng Tagibolos will replace Lloyd Josaphat.
Ruenzmel Tagobilos. Boy, you and I have covered them extensively in our Spikers turf. It's so nice to see them here. And, you know, we also coming out of a UAAP season where the finals was so jam-packed. Rotter, did he get it? He got it.
There was a check ball, one of the blockers of Thailand. So Alas Pilipinas will maintain that 2-point lead.
But this is that test of resiliency and composure you were talking about, Neil. When you're approaching that 20-point mark, can you hang on? Kapit ba? As this unstoppable force, Nil Sawai Quesada has rocketed in with 8 points.
He's now the leading scorer for their squad.
And Coach Fregoni talking to his assistant, how can we stop that man? We need something. Rutter, alive. That's outside. And I think
They were asking for a 4 touches violation.
yeah, but they still got the point nonetheless. So 2-point lead still. Service in play. And a double block. Airtight.
That's a taste of your own medicine, says Louis Ramirez and Kim Malabunga. Locking down on Amortep Conhan. Setter couldn't do anything about that pass already. That's why he was already forced to put that up to the right pin.
It's a 3-point lead by Alas Pilipinas. Rotter will continue to serve. Can Alas hang on? Big serve. Tanapat gets to it. The setup. Oh, it's on the ground. Cleanly hit that time by Amontep. Amontep with 8 points as well.
Single block, no problem. That's what you get when you have a Quesada Nilsawai up front. Somebody will really commit.
Yeah. Rotter, it bounces off ahead, and it's out of reach. That'll bring the Philippines to 19 against 16.
Steven Rotter racking up more points here in the second frame. He's now at 9 points.
Double digits won't be a problem for him. In the meantime, Ramirez is all set to serve. He'll try it now from somewhere near the middle now. Bullock in play. Ah, well done on the cross that time by Amon Pep, who now has registered 9 points.
Amontep has been choosing all the right angles.
Yes.
Every time he goes for his swings. 9 points already from 6 attacks, 1 block, and 2 service aces. Make that 3 service aces.
And now that's too hot to handle in Thailand. Scoring the last 2 points comes within 1. Ramirez heaves it high. Ret Tamar sets up Espejo, and it's handled in the back row, but they could not elevate it. Anorak ends up somersaulting on the floor.
Then Batas will check in once again to serve, this time for Kim Malabunga.
Two-point lead. Batas will serve. Crowd getting into the serve. Off the hands. Batas sends it airborne. Espejo, Tanapat is there. Banyarid, back row. Playable. Chance. It is a joust at the net. Retamar battling there. Banyarid. And it is check ball. And Thailand scoring on that one.
The defense of the Thais holding up in that long rally. Now they're just 1 point away from tying things up at 20. A very similar scenario.
Yeah. Bunyarid, the setter of Thailand, so alert, so frisky. Tanapat, and that's beyond reach, and the Philippines stretches its lead to 2 once more.
Tanapat was in the right position. He saw the direction of the ball from that pipe attack from Luis Ramirez. It's just that he wasn't able to control the power in that swing. Still a 2-point lead for Alas Pilipinas.
Here's that critical part of the set. Retamar likes to serve short. That's good! That's sealed and delivered!
To the benefit of the Philippines, the set was a bit low for Amontep. Marcus Ferro saw the angle
and went together with Tagobilos into the air. They lead by 3 currently. Well done. Amontep simply unstoppable as well. He has made 11.
The playmaker of Thailand has been confusing the blockers of the Philippines. The second set, seen a couple of single blocks from our end.
Nearly a problematic pass. Espejo will heave it over with a free ball. The set, back row attack, out.
Lucky break for the Philippines. That was another free ball. And the Rock will come back in.
Here's Marcus Espejo all set to serve. That taps the net. Regalo. Back inside, and the Philippines arrives at set point.
Great effort from Las Pilipinas. It all started with their consistent serving. Yes, they were down by 4 or 5 points at the start of the second set. Somewhere along the road, something changed.
Yep.
Stability was there, and now they have a 3-point cushion as they try to end the second set. All we need is one good pass, but before that, the timeout will be called by Coach Frigoni.
Time at Las Pilipinas.
You know, the decisive part was when we were tied at 9 and there were 4 straight points by the Philippines. We created some kind of separation during that stretch. But this is not yet over. Philippines still at set point. Wongton Bunyarid, the setter. Chance to close it. Yes! And the Philippines has tied at the match at 1 set apiece.
Started with a pass from Marcus Pejo. Aretamar was able to give him an open block. Close out set number 2. We are now tied at 1 set apiece.
And you and I and Neil and everybody here in for a great long evening. Trust me on this, it's going to be a long journey. Battle between 2 undefeated teams in the special exhibition series here in the Las Pilipinas Invitationals. Both teams have won their first 2 matches. This one is tied in the set count at 1 apiece. Identical scores, 25-21, 25-21. Same same tune for each side. As we take in some choice cuts, big run by the Philippines when they separated. After a 9-all tie, they held the fort, maintained 2-point leads, kept the separation in place, and held on during that crucial stretch at the 20-point mark that Neil Flores was talking about. They hung on and closed the set at 25-21. Better passing by the LS team, giving us that second set. And as we take a look at the numbers,
We were able to get more attack points compared to the Thailand national team. It's all thanks to our consistent serving. We were also able to match the output in blocking and serving while minimizing our errors. So again, that was a better set, better performance from our national team. Now it's time to be consistent.
Eliza Valdez is there, and Miko Halili and Michelle Olaso to the right.
Brian Bagunas,
The
one of the
ambassadors.
ambassadors of our World Championship.
Yep, and Eliza, I wonder what she's asking Miko Halili about. I mean, Jane Sabas is also there, the president and CEO of Signal TV. Sabi ni Ma'am Jane, sige, kwentuhan kayo dyan. Mag-i-enjoy ako ng
As expected, these are the leading scorers from both squads. Amortep Concan has 11 points, while Mark Espejo has 14.
Now, Thailand was scarred in that second set. They will fight back like a wounded lion, wounded tiger here. Let's see how this goes. That's a miss by Tagabilos on the middle.
Connection issues from the middle. We haven't seen a lot of sets for the middle blockers of Alas Pilipinas.
You
That's
know,
why
it's hard
Owara
when you-
Tamar has been trying to establish that point of attack.
You know, when you have Rotter and Espejo, somehow you end up sending it to the wings in the meantime. Bunyarid serve is in play. That is foiled, and that is airtight defense. 2 quick points by Thailand.
Same start for the national team of Thailand. This is how set number 2 started.
And Coach Bigoni is furious. As we also see Coach Oji Mamon. We're stepping out of an early timeout by Alas Pilipinas. Obviously furious coach Angelo is furious, and because their energy was so low at the top of the set after winning that second set, Neil. Pick up. Bit of confusion, but they keep it in play. Pushed up. Becomes a set. Retamar checks the horizon. Hesitation. Espejo back pedals. Poke, and that'll work.
So a couple of miscues from Alas Pilipinas in that last rally.
Three to nothing count. Bunyarid. Ramirez gets it to bite. First point. Let's go to Alexis Tinsay.
Sir 7 Neil here in the smart Araneta Coliseum. What we're seeing now is a tug of war between two elite teams. It's power versus precision. It's heart versus hustle. And now that the games are tied up, it can be the turning point here in set 3. Again, in set 2, it's an in-game adjustments, which is the main priority of Alas. And starting from the 9th point onwards, they were on a much better roll with a sustained 2-point lead. Now, Peng Tagibolos told me before the game, one thing they're banking on is the competitive mindset that they have, because indeed a number of players just came from a victory from the UAAP, some from the Phil-Am selection in New York, and others from the training camp in Japan. This is him saying they are in their prime physical condition as they are vying for the #1 spot today, and will do everything they can to end things today with national pride. Back to you, Sir 7 Neil.
Thank you very much, Alexis Tinsay. We just had Kim Malabunga score to bring the Philippines within 2. That service caught by the net. By the way, just to mention, Espejo has 15 points. Amortep, number 3 of Thailand with 13. Sets are tied at 1 apiece. They scramble. Rotter on court. He's short. He has no legs on that particular try. He went up rather low on that approach to the net.
We're seeing a lot of unforced errors from Alas Pilipinas here in set number 3. And I was about to say that was one of the stat lines that was impressive in set number 2 kasi 4 lang yung unforced errors natin.
And Roger makes up quickly and burns the floor with that attack. Roger so far with 10 points.
That's his favorite point of attack.
Yeah.
That pipe from the right side.
And we've got Luis Ramirez all set to serve. He's a point short for double digits. Bunyarid. Ibanez keeps it alive. High set. Espejo. Bunyarid has hands on it. Tanapat. Short on that attempt by the leading scorer, Hunan Amontep.
Set was coming from the back row. So, timing changes pag nanggagaling yung bola sa
Yes, I
likuran.
agree. Our score right now is 4-6. Ramirez serving currently for the Philippines. Bunyarid. This is handled well. Retamar goes to Espejo. This shot into the net, and the Philippines comes within a point. Last 3 scored by Alas.
The Phenom continues to score for Alas Pilipinas. 16 markers, just 4 points away from tying his output in their game against Korea.
Yes. Ramirez. Tanapat, somersaulting. That's outside, and we are tied. 4 straight points by Alas. Timeout requested by Thailand. Back quickly. Park Ki-won also concerned, then both coaches. I'm sure they met previously in international competitions with our own national coach. In the meantime, Ramirez decides to serve short. Bunyarid. Good counter coming out of that timeout.
It's 7-6.
Thailand is back in front by 1. Amontep already stacked with 13 points. Ibanez receiving well. Oh, yes, sir! Kim Malabunga! Retamar just knew exactly where he was going there. Knotted at 7. Tanapat, Bunyarid. That punches through. That found a way. Yep. On that shot by Ketupim. Ketupim getting that to go through that empty space between the net and the blockers. Good hands by Espejo. Rotter. Tanapat. Flying Bunyarid. That is outside.
Anorak tried to go for a hit out, but that check ball will not be given by the first referee.
Our setter, Retamar. Bunyarid. Just so consistent now with 14. Amontep continues to pile the points.
He always finds a way to score. Identifying that seam between Mark Espejo and Peng Tagibolos. He's also a lefty.
Yes.
It's more difficult to read his hits.
Serve of Ketipom. Rotter rejected. Ibanez covering well. They switch it to the other side, and the track down results in another point for Mark Espejo. Philippine captain with 14 points.
I like how Retamar adjusted his set. He went for a low fast reverse set because he just knew, the instinct kicked in. He knew that Kisa Daniel Sawai would be late for the assist block.
Good point, good observation. Espejo will fire. Inside the bullet. Service ace. Espejo with all ready, 18 markers. He's going for 40, I think, tonight.
Have to remember that he was able to set the record in the UAAP, 55 points. Now he is at 19. Back-to-back aces for Mark Espejo. Oh boy, I can't wait for Brian Bagunas to suit up alongside Mark Espejo.
Sorry about that. Philippines already with 4 aces in this match. Oh, hit out. You're right about that. You're so right about Amontep. He finds a way.
He has a lot of different angles up his sleeve. He can go for a sharp cross. He can challenge the blockers. Sometimes he can even go for simple drop balls and he would still score for the Thailand national team.
Bunyarid, his serve caught. Ramirez fires and the defense of Thailand unable to contain it.
It's always going to be the best option for Louis Ramirez every time he's up against the defense of Kisadanil Sawai.
Tagibolos serving. We're serving short, huh? Kept in play by Retamar. Oh, they'll call it against Marcus Bell. It's a double contact. Hard not to call it.
Yeah. We saw the spin in that ball upon the release of the set from Mark Espejo.
Philippines by 1. Back attack from the pipe. We deliver.
Differential pipe for Mark Espejo. Wow. Also credit the approach of Kim Malabunga. He was able to get the commitment
of the other side.
Kisadanil Sawai.
Yeah. Malabunga's fake resulted in something true coming from Espejo. 2-point lead, 13-11. Pat has been the recipient of those huge serves, elevated high that time. Ramirez gets it to buy.
Target lock on the fingertips of the blockers of Thailand.
14 serving.
I failed to mention that number 17 of the Philippines, that's Leo Ordiales, is on the floor already.
Another standout from National University, fresh off a championship.
That's too strong.
Now the rookie Eco Adahar will call the shots for Las Pilipinas.
We would call it in the Philippines, it's balasa time. Trying to get something new. This serve. Ivan is so steady. Oh, we capitalized Malabunga.
What a play from Eco Adahar.
As if he wrote the script when he was still on the bench and he knew exactly what to do.
People
when
were
he came
expecting him to go to the wings. But he was able to
Yeah.
find Kim Malabunga.
Kind of flat. Those arms are hurting, but he can handle it. That is off the defense handled well by Thailand. They now come within 2.
Same strategy for the Thai team.
Malabunga's hand was on it, but could not stop it. Oh, break at the net for Thailand.
Amontep getting some help from the tape of the net. That is going to be his fourth service ace.
And he has a total of 16 points already. Yes. Bunyarid sends it back. Chance to attack. Amontep, Bunyarid, Amontep. Denied, denied, denied.
Tight double block established by Las Pilipinas. Coach Bergoni has been so active on the sidelines, giving a lot of instructions to the players on the floor.
You know, this is a generation of players. We've covered so much of them in the Spikers and in the UAP. This is a blocking generation, really. Picked up high. Bunyarid. That is blocked out, however. And it's a 1-point affair again.
Philippines serving 16. Serving for Thailand, Taiwan Token.
Good set. But kept in play. Bunyarid. Ibanez taking care of it. Back row attack. It's still alive. Blocked! Foiled, but kept in play by Thailand. Bunyarid. Block!
It's block after block for Alas Pilipinas. You're correct, partner. It is a blocking generation for Team Philippines. Look at that. Nowhere to go for Amortep Conhan.
Great satisfaction coming off a block. Is Josie Del Rosario is looking at the officials table. We
There's
have
a challenge on the floor.
Thailand trying to get a net ball call.
There's a challenge.
You know, I know Josie is from the Philippines, but I love the way she runs a very tight ship.
Challenge Thailand. Net fault.
Of course, our own coach, Angelino Fregoni, will have a say also. But we're going to have a challenge here. Currently, it's 17-15. I know it's an exhibition series, but we're running like a practice for the World Cup, actually. We're getting our organization down pat, our game systems in sync, even security, actually. We all have official IDs, actually, ladies and gentlemen. And there's always a challenge referee. That's quite a coaching staff he has, with Dante Linsunurin, Oji Maumon over there.
Dexter Clamora as well.
Is Dexter back already? I know Dex has been. Oh, Dex is there. And you think about it, they're all rivals in our different leagues. But here we go. It's an official challenge issued by Thailand. There's no decision yet on it. Josie Del Rosario now pointing, and we will look.
There was no net touch. Point will stay with Alas Pilipinas. Unsuccessful challenge for the national team of Thailand.
Thailand has one more challenge remaining in set 3.
They will have one more challenge in the set. They're down currently 17-15. Crowd is aching for the action to continue. Ordiales will be serving. But of course, everything has to be in order before we allow the server permission to unleash the serve. There's the whistle and the clock ticking down. You can see that in the corner. Ordiales will serve. And that is too hot to handle. He is something else. Gonna Aborn tap uncorking 17 markers.
The good thing about the national team of Thailand is that they can recover
So quickly.
Yes, it was an impact point from the Philippines of that long rally, but immediately in the next play, they recover.
Get boom. Ibanez sprawled. That's on just before the line. And that's clean and clear as day. Espejo with 19 or 21. Yung 19 mo, pareho na sa 20 at 21. Eh. Masyado na marami.
Surpassing his
Outscored.
output against Korea.
18-16. Mark will serve. Serve short. Tana Pat dropping to the deck. Alive, but they could not get to it. And as always, when they need something, they will go to the captain. Conan Amor.
He is the highest percentage attacker for Thailand, so I am sure that he will get a lot of sets in the next coming rallies. This is the strongest front line for the Thai national team.
Especially with the presence of the tall guy, Nils Sawa Kaisada. Punyarid. Ramirez accepting. Reverse. That is returned to sender of the block, and we are tied.
Set was already too tight.
Thailand scoring the last 2 points, Neil, and that's why we're tied at 18. Setter, Bunyarid. Ramirez. We're hitting long and deep, actually.
That's the right strategy. When you're up against tall players, you always have to go long and deep. Also helps when you're up against a single blocker.
Wongdong Bunyarid suddenly said, oh boy, I'm too far away. We have the return of Panram Anurak, number 22.
Tamar is actually forcing the middle blocker of Thailand to commit to Steven Rotter.
That's too long. Tied again. Panram Anurak. That does not cross. Kept in play. That's missed and pounced upon quickly by Nils Sawai Kisada, and now Thailand is back in the lead.
That overset gave Thailand a free ball. Amortep was there to put that ball away. Now they grabbed the lead.
Yes.
2019.
Ramirez foiled. Ibanez recycles. The middle foiled, and defense holding for Thailand. They've scored the last 3.
Might not be the best time to challenge the block of Kisa Daniel Sawai. It's a
Yeah.
2-point lead for Thailand.
Glad you're joining us on our different platforms. This is the Las Pilipinas Invitationals, a very short group of friendlies between 4 countries. Philippines on your screens in white up against Thailand, now leading here in the third set, 21-19. Good catch that time. And they keep it in play. Reverse set. Uh-oh. Free ball. Chance. Opportunity to strike. Rotter. It's a check ball.
Rotter through the blockers. 20-21.
Press your... Yes, you were saying?
Tamar was forced to get that first ball.
Yeah. And it's
And as much as possible, you don't let your setter get that first
Yeah,
ball.
that's why you were worried about that. Tana Pat. Back row attack. Josh Ibanez doing a marvelous job. Ramirez nearly jaywalking there. Back!
Another monster block for the duo of Tamar and Kim Malabunga.
Philippines registering already 7 blocks. We will be back. Close and tight in this duel match between these two sides, undefeated in this very short tournament, each side with 7 blocks thus far. Panapat receiving Rogers set. San denied. That's long!
Costly error for Thailand.
21.
Philippines now by 1. Rogers still in the service area. Last 3 points have been scored by Alas. That's long.
Now Ora Tamar will have 2 options up front. So it's time to incorporate Marcus Pejo and Steven Rotter.
Number 7, Tupadit, is on the floor. Still in the back row will be Quisada. There we go! Espel ramming into Amor Pep, but they apologize, and suddenly the Philippines pulls away by 1 at 23-22.
That's the money play for Team Philippines. That differential fight for Marcus Pejo. Still deadly.
Ramirez serves. Bunyarid. Ramirez got it. The shot, unable to handle it. The Philippines is at set point.
Marcus Pejo using his offhand to get that hit out.
Can't say enough of what Ibanez is doing here. Keeping the Philippines defense so airtight and honest here. Set point for Alas, Pilipinas.
Overpass.
And that will do it. The Philippines leads 2 sets to 1.
Thailand. Set number 3 to Alas Pilipinas.
Closing the deal here in the third, 25-22. We will be back.
You're still watching the Alas Pilipinas Invitationals here inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum in the heart of Quezon City. Alas Pilipinas is now up 2 sets to 1 against the national team of Thailand after dropping the first frame. Alas Pilipinas was able to adjust their sails and stabilize their reception and defense pattern to get a 2 sets to 1 lead. Marcus Pejo is still the star of the show for Team Philippines. He now has 23 big points. Louis Ramirez also has 12 markers. As for the national team of Thailand, it's still the same names. 3 players are in double digits. Amortep has 19. And Kisara has 10. And Chaiwat also has 11. The vibe is still the same. From set number 2, Alas Pilipinas had more attack points compared to the Thailand national team. They were still able to match the output in the blocking department. But one of the biggest improvements that we have observed would be the serving of Alas Pilipinas. We're able to weaponize our serves. We're able to get aces against the reception of the national team of Thailand. As we mentioned in the pregame, we are treating this as a gold medal match. The two teams are still undefeated. And this is actually the last match of the Alas Pilipinas Invitationals. Team Philippines just one set away from winning this one.
It's a volleyball lovers day in the Philippines here today on Independence Day, of course. Earlier today, the women's side sweeping Kazakhstan. They'll be in the semifinals of the ABC. In the meantime, we are underway with set number 4. And Thailand gets on the board first. Well, this Thai team is not going to give up. Huh? They're not going to go easily into the ninth.
That's why we have to keep our antennas up.
That's good. Antennas up, yeah. Espejo skidding, sliding. Ramirez has played so steady as well. And the Philippines is already on the board, tying it up at 1.
We're seeing a lot of support from the other players on the floor for Alas Pilipinas. Everybody is just sticking to their roles.
Yeah.
The middle blockers are focusing on defense. The wings are focused in attacking and receiving.
Off the block, one hand on it. Rotter cuts it. Ooh.
Foot fault will be called on Amortep Conhan.
And that will give the Philippines its second point. The Gabilos will continue to serve. Neatly done down the line. That will work for Anorak. Anorak has contributed 4 points already.
He has been quiet.
Yeah.
So that will really help his confidence.
He did not have a lot of playing time in the second set. And here he is. He'll be serving Anorak. Rotter sees an open space and fills it up. Rotter has now chipped in 12.
He has mastered that down the light hit from the right pin.
That is caught by the net. Well, that's the upside downside of that kind of serve, Neil. You just do it. Espejo spinning around. Ibanez will pursue it. Ramirez will fire. It's kept in play by Ratamar. Ibanez becomes a setter. Ramirez is foiled. Cleanly so.
It's a monster block for Thailand. Blocking down on Louis Ramirez. Nowhere to go. The outside hitter of Alas Pilipinas.
Ramsin Kietipu getting that to stay down. Retamar on 2. In play. Block! Out of reach!
That's just commitment from Kim Malabunga. Set was a bit off already. Sometimes middle blockers will already let go and let the back row defense pick up the ball, but he saw it coming. That's why he was rewarded with a kill block.
We all know that Kim is really a smart player. You know, he'll be alert. We're tied at 4. That one is into the net. Second service error by the Philippines here. And this fourth set giving Thailand a 1-point lead. Here's Amontep. And the Philippines getting a service error. Alexis has a report.
Sir Seven Neil back inside the roaring Smart Araneta Coliseum. We are one set away from a possible endgame, and the Las Pilipinas is on their toes, given that they wanna end this strong. Even the most serious coaches, Coach Angeloni and Coach Oji Mamon, were grinning with pride as their system was shining last set 3 with more communication, focus, and less errors. Add to that the resurgence of the presence of Kim Malabunga in the middle. Isa lang ang goal nila sa set 4 at ito ang pagsasagad ng kung anong kaya nila ibigay. Coach Dexter Clamore shouts, "Isagad niyo na!" Let's see if this is indeed the end game, or will Thailand continue to rise against the tension? Back to you, Sir Seven Neil.
Thank you very much, Alexis. Those three coaches, some of the best in the Philippines. Another service error by Thailand, their second. Ibanez unable to handle that one. Thailand moves a step forward at 7-6.
Anorak starting to get more touches for the Thailand national team. Now has 5 markers.
Leading scorer, of course, is Amontep with 20. Chaiwat has 12. Attack by the Philippines. That does not cross. Double contact. And Thailand advances by 2.
That's 2 kill blocks already for Thailand. The start of set number 4. This is do or die for them.
Yes.
A while ago, we saw a 5-set match between Jakarta and Korea.
Ratamar. Water plays high. Caught by Amurak. Oh, Ramirez unable to handle that one. And 3 straight points by Thailand gives them a 9-6 lead. Timeout called by Alas. Nine-6 here in the fourth. Philippines leading 2-1. Banyas. Rota rejected, and now it's a 4-point lead by Thailand. Catching some fire here.
Kill blocks are piling up for Thailand.
Ramsin Kiatipum. Espejo whirling around. He gets the set. Perfectly done.
Just enough power and spin to get it through the defense of Thailand. And he was the one who got that first pass.
Really slashed down to 3. Espejo already with a big game of 24. And that's another one for him. He has 25. He has 4 aces in this game.
25 points, that's 1 full set scored by Marcus Espejo.
That you mentioned.
At this level.
2-point lead. Another rocket. Ibanez is there. Retamar goes high. Louis Ramirez. It's a 3-point run by the Philippines.
We're seeing the grit in the gameplay of Team Philippines. We managed to catch up even if we're down by 4 or 5
Yes.
points. Even
It's
in
a
the
good
previous
sign.
sets.
Good sign. Espejo loads up. This one caught by the net, and the lead is at 2 points. But you'd rather be done by 2 rather than 4, you know. Still want to pull abreast, though. But here comes the setter, Wongtorn Bunyarid. Wayward serve gives the Philippines its 10th point. Tagibolos will serve. Back row, well done. Cleanly hit.
The mere presence of Neil Sawai Quesada is enough to get a blocker or two up front.
Look up Taiwan. (12-10). Retamar goes the other way. Ramirez on corks. Tanapat is there. That is outside. And Philippines now netting its 11th point.
Too much angle for Anorak. Tried to go for a cross-court shot.
Here's Rotter again in the service area. Has one ace. Tanapat thrown back. Oh, perfectly done. Neil Sawai knocking that in.
He's just playing an efficient game.
Yes.
Out of reach, definitely, for Kim Malabong and Owa Retamar.
And Neil Sawai will be serving. Retamar. Ramirez. No, didn't get the corner. Good try, nonetheless. It was
No
the open
challenge
spot.
from Team Philippines.
14 serving 11.
Retamar. Ramirez will try again and get it this time of the outstretched arms of Anorak.
15 points for
And
Louis Ramirez, second top scorer for Alas Pilipinas. Here comes the double sub for Coach Tregona, Eco Adahar and Dea Ordiales. Checking once again to give Alas Pilipinas a full front line.
12 serving 14 with Louis Ramirez serving.
Two-point lead by Thailand. Ramirez. Tanapat. Bunyarid. Ibanez got into contact with Ramirez. That's long. That is long off that shot by Marcus Pem.
And he knew it. Lead is back to 3 for Thailand.
Good catch. Espejo will fire. Some confusion on the Thai side, but they recover. That's long. Philippines stays in step by just being down by 2 here.
The errors of Thailand have helped the Philippine
Yes.
team catch up.
Here's Malabunga. Tanapat. Blocked. Kept in play by Bunyard. That's gonna work. That found a way despite the double block. All set to serve will be Chaiwat. 2-point lead. It should be 16-13 actually. Still in play. In play. We get to it. Ibanez all over that floor. But that's nailed, and that should make it 17-13 actually.
Now a 4-point lead for Thailand. just controlling the tempo of the game. The libero Tanapat has been so impressive in this match. He really
Yes,
is
they
the
get-
defensive
sorry.
anchor of this squad.
Sorry, Neil. They get the score right now. Kanina, we were a point late. 17-13. Good play. That's a good play. We needed that. Ordiales on the combination.
That will be the first point of Leo Ordiales.
And he will serve now. Good catch. Ibanez. Ordiales long. Missed that corner. It was wide open. But too much on it. There's a challenge by the Philippine side. Coach Frigoni will call for a block touch challenge.
Alan seems confident that there was no check ball. He will be reviewing the challenge replay.
You know, this Thai team is also resilient. They were down 2-1, and now they're in control of this fourth set. No wonder, it's no wonder these games go into 5 sets. We always tease each other about 5 sets, 3 sets, but they do go this scores. And look at that, there's nothing there.
That was way off for Leo Ordiales. Lead is still at 4. The national team of Thailand.
And Coach Rigoni will call a timeout. Back quickly. This crowd has stayed on, and you don't know the result yet. Why go home, really? And we hope you're enjoying the action as you watch this through our different platforms. It's been a pleasure presenting all these great volleyball games throughout the day and throughout the week. Philippines women's team, of course, will be in the semifinals of the ABC Nations Cup, which is happening in Vietnam. This serve, Marcus Peo gets to it. Ordiales. That will work. And a new player from Chaanut gets that to connect.
Substitutions have been working for the Thais as well. This is their biggest lead in this frame. A 5-point lead.
Philippines was able to recover from a 4-point deficit, but this is a different part of the match, of the set, actually. Espejo. And Mark continues to be prolific. We are running out of space for Mark, actually.
26 points
Yeah.
for the Phenom.
And Mark will serve. They catch it. And that's out of reach. Espejo with another ace. That'll be 5.
That's the first target. 30 points for Marcus Peo. Here we go, 1916, fourth set action. This
could go either way. Philippines leading in the set count. Espejo, Panapat. Good set here. Dumped in and cleanly scored upon by the Philippines. And the smile of the young man, Jericho Adahar. Watch this.
Sneaky push there from Eko Adahar.
Philippines with 3 straight markers. Down earlier 1914. Good counter. Oh, way to go. He is unstoppable, Neil.
And he is still clutch.
He
for
is
the
still
Thais.
clutch. That's perfect. 23 points. Thailand now with a 3-point lead. Ibanez holding it. That's out of reach. And the bench providing some support here.
Kennedy Batas will serve once again for Alas Pilipinas, replacing Peng Tagibolos. So the 2 rookies are on the
Yeah.
floor right now for Coach Frigoni.
Sails in cleanly. The set perfectly returned. Thailand, Chaiwat knocking that down. Yes, 14.
Surpassing the output of Quesada Neil Sawai.
Anorak serving. On 2. We were undecided on what we wanted to do there.
Team Malabunga lost sight of the ball. That error will give Thailand a 4-point lead once again.
During this crucial stretch. Anorak will serve. Ordiales firing away. Handled well by Espejo. Ibanez setting up. Ibanez keeping it steady. Ramirez block. Ordiales. The set. Ramirez. Lively action, Bunny. Oh, well done.
Great recognition from the playmaker of Thailand. He saw Luis Ramirez was still down on the floor after 3 consecutive hits. That's why he chose Amorntep Conhan from the right pin to score that point.
Ramirez not given a rest by Buds. Budin. Kanapat working hard. Block. Kept in play. Attack. Block. Sealed.
Kim Malabunga getting his fair share of kill blocks in this game. He didn't even start in the first frame.
Still a long ways to go for the Philippines. Down by 4. Thailand 2 points away from tying this all up at 2 sets apiece. We tried to serve short. Regalo. Bounce upon by Malabunga. We come within 3.
Not yet over for Alas Pilipinas. Eko Adahar forced that overpass from the Thais. Give Malabunga opportunity to put that ball away. The center is a back row player, so he cannot block up front.
Exactly. Timeout taken. Fourth set action continues, and we are still undecided here. Thailand, though, with a 3-point lead, 2 points away from tying the set count. That's out of reach, and Thailand gets to set point.
Well, the first line of defense was there for Team Philippines. Leo Ordiales was able to get a rebound. But the backcourt defense wasn't ready for the follow-up for Alas Pilipinas. That will put the Thais at set point. It's 24, serving 20.
And serving will be Nilsaway Quisada. Reverse set, yes. Woods taking care of business with a quick attack there.
Welcome to the game, Buds Budin. First touch, first point for the NU standout.
Kung makalimutan ko, I asked Dante Alinsunuri what his nickname was. Woods. Tapos. In one of our games at the Spikers turf, here's Woods with that serve. And we are done. We are tied in the set count. 2 sets each. It will be a race to 15, anybody's game. Okay, this is the story tonight. Thailand taking the first and the next 2 sets taken by Alas. And then look how close it has been in the count there. It's a familiar refrain, 25-21, 25-22. That's the way it has gone. Some chances lost by Alas in that set, Neil.
And there were a lot of small balls given to the Thai national team. But just by looking at the set scores and the stats, you can say that these teams are evenly matched,
Yes.
at least in this exhibition tournament. And that's the goal for Coach Rigoni. We have to check kung nasaan na ba tayo in terms of skill level. If we want to win against the strongest teams in the world, we have to win first against the strongest teams in our region.
That is so well said. And because these are the hurdles we have to get over, Thailand and Indonesia. Indonesia, we had an inkling of that. We won against Jakarta, but that's not the national team. Some numbers from set 4.
Thailand was able to regain control in the attacking department. 15 attacks compared to the 11 of Alas Pilipinas. Serving went the way of the Philippines. When it comes to the blocking, it has been consistent from set 1 to set 4.
I agree.
Di naman nalaleo when it comes to that number, even in the unforced errors. So, I guess, since the 5th set is a race to 15, attacking will be one of the key factors for these teams. Whoever attacks better will definitely come out on top. Look at the leading scorers for both teams. It's still Mark Espejo for the white shirts with 27 markers. It's still Amorntep Conhan with 25 points for the Thais.
But I like your point about Alas, wherein you said this is a deep team in almost every position. At least 2-man deep in every spot. Even the libero, Jack Kalingking, has hardly played here today because Ibanez has done a marvelous job. He's not a libero for USC, actually.
And this isn't even the final lineup for the Worlds because we have a big pool of players.
here we go. Race to 15. No more guessing if it's 3 sets or 5 sets. Here we are, 5 sets. Retamar. Rotter hesitates. And no hesitation, but they keep it in play. Rotter blasts, and he could not defy and beat the block there.
Kesa Daniel Sawai at the number of Steven Rotter. Outstretched arms of the thighs.
Wamtorn Bunyarid, the setter, who has done a good job for Thailand. Ibanez. Big shot, handled well of the attempt of Buds. Rotter jousting there. Triple block. Retamar alert. Ibanez with the set. Rotter does not attack. He hesitated. And we pay for it dearly. We fall behind by 2.
Philippines has to get an instant side out in this next rally. Napakabilis lang ng mga fifth set. So we can't play catch up at this point.
Those first 3 or 4 points are always critical in the 5th set, which is a race to 15. That's long, and here comes a break for the Philippines. Service error by Thailand. Score is transformed to 2-1.
Well, we have fresh legs on the floor. Buds Budin will start this 5th set.
Tagabilos with the serve. The hook, he missed it. Retamar checks. Big shot in play. Tough angle to work with. Chance for the Philippines to attack. Oh! Is that Marcus Bell? Did he hurt himself?
I think he slipped.
We were already going for a pipe attack, actually. Philippines falling behind 3-1.
We're just happy that he's not injured.
No. He receives. Buds. Anurak is there. Here is Ibanez. That will work for Budin.
Buds Budin just relentless in attacking here in the 5th frame. Most of the sets have gone to him.
You know, Ibanez as a libero just makes a perfect pass. Most of the time, almost 80% of the time, really. We haven't really said that the first ball must be good, you know. It's a given it has to be good at this level. But in, there's a check ball. Yes, sir. And we have tied up this 5th set.
Buds Budin is just a testament to the depth of the bench of Coach Trigoni in this Pilipinas Invitationals.
Sharp serve, out of reach, but still in play. A free ball given up. They will set properly here. Malabunga getting in the way, but they will score!
There was a bit of confusion between Mark Espejo and Kim Malabunga. Mark Espejo was going to set that ball up.
Neither of them setters. But the ball was in their path. Timeout taken by Thailand. Back in a moment. You know, no matter what happens here, this exhibition series ends on a high note with such a great battle between these two teams. Of course, we want the Philippines to win, but Thailand just doing so well, playing on the home court of their opponent here. Rotter. Oh! Service ace! 4 straight points by the Philippines, and they lead 5-3.
quick we adjusted our serve after that first set loss. After the first set, we were able to score a couple of points from that line.
Rotter loads up Tanapat. Regalo. They could not pounce on it quickly. Malabunga is the setter. All of a sudden, that is a miss. That is a miss.
Lea Ordiales wanted to go above the block of Quesada Nil Sawai.
It's a close one. 5-4. Quesada will be serving. Promcha Anlut has been returned to the lineup of Thailand. He scored a couple of points earlier. 3 points. Ibanez accepts, set. Ordiales!
Lea Ordiales puts that down with authority. Just to remind everybody, I think he still has 4 playing years in the UAAP.
It's some young blood that's working for the Philippines here today. Budin, sharp serve. Oh, this dies in the water. Chance to attack for the Philippines. Ordiales! And listen to this crowd roar!
Welcome to the Buds Budin and Lea Ordiales show, everybody.
Still not yet done. Thailand so resilient here.
Now look at the front line of Alas Pilipinas. Espejo, Malabunga, Ordiales.
That's such a powerful serve. This one, it becomes a set. Ibanez will do it. Top angle outside. That's outside. There's a challenge though. Is it a block touch? But if it won't hold, it will be a point for Thailand.
That was the intention of Mark Espejo, to get that hit out against the blockers of Thailand.
We have a very lively cheering section to our right here. They're initiating the Laban Pilipinas cheering, actually. If this tournament lasted one more week and more opponents, and if we win here tonight, this place would be rocking even more. But okay na to for now. We're good. We've seen this many times, and I don't think there's a block touch on that one. So the point will hold.
Thailand will get a break point, much needed break point for their squad. They've been pressured pagdating sa reception.
Yeah.
They will try to score off Amontep's serve. And
That's
they
inside.
do.
Service ace. Just a great player, no question about it. 26 murders.
Cuts
He has
the lead
5
down to 1.
aces. So clear. (7-4) lead reduced to 1. And that'll score for Espejo.
We will change courts. Official score is 8 for the Philippines and 6 for Thailand.
Alexis, what do you have as we change sides?
Sir Seven Neil back inside the Roaring Smarts Araneta Coliseum for the end of this Titanic thriller. Again, they're really raving because of the hot hands of the Bulldogs in the likes of Buds Budin and Lea Ordiales. Wala nang ibang alas. Ang alas kundi ang puso nila para sa set 5. Now it's all focus and power for the Philippine team to outsmart the height and hustle of Thailand. The coaches are telling them to adjust every single set and keep going all out as Thailand is not giving up until the very last point. Let's see how this will end. Possibly a good night's sleep for Alas and all their kababayans. Back to you, Sir Sev and Neil.
Big question mark here, Alexis, and Neil, undecided. Batas. That's long.
It is outside. No challenge from the Philippines.
That's a tough job to do. You know, I am confused with using the term service specialist. That's a tough job to do, you know. Digging deeply. And that is score. 9-7, Philippines by 2.
Leo Ordiales is on a scoring spree here in the 5th frame.
He has contributed 6 points, 4 of them in this particular frame, as you mentioned. The serve, Tanapat. Well done. You know, the setter of Thailand is just a cool customer. Wongton Bunyarit just knows what to do, distributing the leather.
He's getting a lot of help from the libero in Tanapat.
Yes.
Delivering a lot of perfect passes. Not
Despite
just,
the fact that he is thrown back.
not just on reception, but also in digging.
Yes. On 2 we go. Picked up and aware of it was Thailand. Blocked. Set. Long. And we are tied. Why not? Here in the 5th set, tied at 9. Anybody's match.
9-all.
Philippines 2-point lead. Gone. We're tied. Katepum serving. Espejo block. Ibanez reset. Perfectly done. Ooh, but it's out.
Double sub will come back
Wow,
for Coach
I
Tigoni,
thought we
Oara Tamar,
had
and
it, huh?
Steven Rotter.
Tamar and number 5, Rocker.
Now it's Thailand with 3 successive points.
Philippines has been committing consecutive errors here in the tail end
On the
of set
attack.
5.
On the attack. Missing targets here. One-handed set. And we're tied again. Espejo with 29.
Las Pilipinas is back in that 3-hitter front line. Budin, Tagibolos, and Steven Rotter. But for the Thais, they have Kisa Daniel Sawai up front as well.
Almost an ace. Ah! And Thailand unable to sustain it. But then what a hero's role he has played. Coming in relief. Philippines 2 straight points.
Bunyarid is down on the floor.
Oh, Bunyarid is sprawled there. Now being attended to.
Might be suffering from cramps. It
Yes,
has
they're
been
pushing, yeah,
an
it's
intense
cramp.
match between these two
Yeah.
teams.
The tension, the pressure, despite the fact that the air conditioning is quite good here tonight. As always here in the Araneta Coliseum. 11-10 count. That all ever so useful spray when things are tightening up.
Yeah. Nothing too serious. That's good to
He's
know.
such a good player. Huh? He's not given enough credit, but we've mentioned his name many times. Wongton Bunyarid, such a good distributor.
Yeah. He's been jumping a lot. He's been
Yeah,
chasing after the ball. So
Good
it's
point, Neil.
understandable
Good observation.
na nagka-cramps na din siya. But for the Philippines, only need 4 points to close this one out.
Espejo. When you need something, just go to the mark.
Mark Espejo is truly phenomenal.
6 aces. That's caught by the net. Lead is reduced to 1. 12-11. We play on. Up, 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 up. Referee Del Rosario says, wait. Wait. We replayed the point. I don't think there was a whistle.
Initially, Coach Frigoni was asking for a timeout, but I think the first referee already blew the whistle.
I think he may have been late. Well, this is interesting. We will sort it out during this timeout. We've got a cardiac game here. 12-11, Philippines by 1. We replayed this point. A timeout was granted. Bunyard. Attack chance. Woods rejected. We reset. We recalibrate. Budin gets it off the block. And the Philippines with a 2-point lead.
Smart hitting really for Budin. He knows when to challenge the block. He knows when to go for a sharp angle. Now he will give the Philippines a 2-point cushion during the 5th frame.
You know, his young legs have helped him. And they needed that energy injection.
5 points for Budin. Not so bad for the minutes that he has.
They serve short. Kept in play. Chance for the Philippines now to attack. Budin. Got it! And we are at match point!
Guess what? This is just the sneak peek of the Worlds. Great showing for the Philippines. 3-point lead for Alas Pilipinas.
Here we are with Tagabilos serving for the match. That will score for Thailand. They stay alive at 14-12.
Las Pilipinas will have 2 chances to put that ball away. It's 12 serving 14. Oaratamar has a lot of options, but before we go to the serve, it's a timeout for Team Philippines.
Okay, I think we shall stay on. This is a tense, anxious, but joyful moment. Philippines 2 points away from winning their 3rd straight match. An unofficial championship, if you put it that way. Same thing if Thailand goes on to win, because there is really no championship here. It's a series of friendlies.
Serving for Thailand, Anurag Khanram.
This crowd ready to explode, actually. The serve. Chance. Opportunity. To score! And the Philippines! What a day of volleyball! We have won in the women's, and now the men have won as well. Bunutin ang lahat ng alas sa araw na ito. What a day to celebrate Independence Day with two big wins and a big one in 5 sets by the Philippines men's team. What a win!
It is a great day for Philippine volleyball. And it feels like a gold medal moment for
Absolutely.
the white shirts. Great showing from the national team of Thailand, but in the end, Alas Pilipinas will sweep the entire invitational tournament.
And a happy crowd will remain sleepless for about 1 or 2 hours before they finally close their eyes, enjoying the moment. At kayong nanonood sa different platforms natin, I'm sure you're delighted as well. Earlier in the day, Philippines sweeping Kazakhstan, and now a more difficult win, but just as sweet is this win against a team that we will meet again, Neil. We'll take a short break and we'll have a simple awarding and presentation as a sign of thank you and gratitude to all the participants. Back in a moment.
World Championship in September.
Check, 1, 2. Alas Invitationals, check, 1, 2. Welcome back to the Smart Araneta Coliseum on this Independence Day serving of your Alas Invitationals. We are now at the appreciation ceremony for Team Thailand and Team Philippines. Presenting the award, presenting the tokens for this appreciation ceremony are our board members of the Philippine National Volleyball Federation. We start off with the PNVF Secretary General Jose Donaldo Caringa. He is also joined by PNVF Executive Board Member Anthony Liao. We start off from our team from Thailand, the Thailand Men's National Volleyball Team. Team Thailand has won their last 2 games in the last 2 days and has fought a gallant fight in their last match today, 5 sets against the home team. Also receiving a special plaque of appreciation from the Philippine National Volleyball Federation for Team Thailand, our team captain Amortep Konhan and head coach Park Ki-woon. We would like to thank the Thailand national team for joining us here at the Las Pilipinas Invitationals. Now heading on to your home team, the Las Pilipinas. Still presenting the awards for Las Pilipinas are Sir Don Caringal and Sir Tony Boy Liao of the Philippine National Volleyball Federation. The national squad was donned the flag colors today, has shown a great stand, winning all their matches against two club teams, one from South Korea, one from Indonesia, and the national team of Thailand in 5 sets earlier today. We would like to thank the Las Pilipinas men's volleyball team for showing off a great fight and sweeping this friendlies tournament. Congratulations to our Alas men's. Also receiving a special token of participation for the Alas men's is team captain Mark Espejo together with head coach Angelino Frigoni. Congratulations to our Alas men's for their performance in this friendlies. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas and maligayang Araw ng Kalayaan.
And therefore, that's a very simple awarding ceremony. Really no championship, Neil. And but the Alas team sweeping their matches here. But what a fight against Thailand. This team we will meet again.
They passed the test with flying colors. Were able to sweep the entire tournament, even though it was a series of friendly matches. We're just so happy for the growth of Alas Pilipinas in men's volleyball in the Philippines.
Yes, and the attendance here tonight, a great moment for the men as well, and the support of the fans, so heartwarming. And we're just waiting for our cue on what we want to do. I think we have a special presentation. Go ahead, Neil.
We have our best player of the game first, none other than Mark Espejo, exploding for 31 markers. Imagine that, 31 points for the Phenom, helping Alas Pilipinas win this match in 5 thrilling sets. That's the breakdown of his numbers: 24 attacks, 1 block, and 6 service aces.
Wow, those really helped in this match. Our Alexis Tinsay is down there, and take it away, Alexis.
Sir Sevenil here with me is player of the game, no other than the wolf of the pack of the Alas team. So Mark, congratulations on sweeping the entire Invitationals. Anong pakiramdam na naipanalo nyo ang lahat ng laro nyo?
Masaya na naipanalo namin itong game na to, pero it doesn't mean na ito na yung magiging performance namin sa mga susunod na games. Siguro ito na talaga yung progress ng team so far. At masaya kami na may ganito na yung team ngayon.
And speaking of the progress, how proud are you of the potential of the current national team?
Sorry again.
And speaking of the progress nga na sinasabi mo, gaano ka ka-proud dun sa progress na ipakita nyo, na italon nyo for these weeks?
Super saya talaga. Nakaka-proud tong team na to, tong member ng team na to, na kahit sino yung gamitin talaga, kahit off the bench, magpe-perform anytime. At yun, as a captain, tutulungan din naman nila ako. At yun, magiging mahirap tong journey na to, pero paghihirapan namin para maging maganda yung resulta sa mga darating na games and hopefully sa World Championship.
And Mark, napakahigpit nung 5-setter match na yon. So ano yung pinanghawakan ninyo hanggang sa pinakadulo?
Before mag-start ng fifth set, sinabi ko lang na win or lose talaga, gawin lang namin yung best namin para makita talaga namin kung nasa na yung team. Yun, bonus na lang talaga na nanalo kami ngayon.
Congratulations again, Mark. Any message to your family, your loved ones, and of course, to the Filipino fans who are supporting you here at the Araneta Coliseum and also watching from home?
Ayun, sa lahat ng volleyball fans na nandito sa Araneta, maraming salamat po. Sa mga nanonood sa TV, maraming salamat din po. Yun, sa lahat po ng team sa Thailand, Indonesia, and Korea, maraming salamat sa pagpunta. And yun, binabati ko yung family ko, Espeo family na nanonood dito, sila mama, likod. Binabati ko yung Castro family, girlfriend ko, yung mga aso namin. And abangan nyo kami sa fan zone sa Pilipinas Live app.
Thank you very much. Congratulations again to Mark Espejo, captain of the LS team. Back to you, Sir Seven Leon.
Thank you very much. Nagtatahulan ngayon ng mga aso ni Mark.
Again, congratulations, Marcus
Sige,
Espejo
sige,
and the
sige.
rest of Alas Pilipinas. By the way, before we forget, we want to invite everyone to support your national team, Alas Pilipinas, and your favorite international teams at the 2025 FIVB
yeah.
Volleyball Men's World Championship. Starting now, you can purchase session tickets, which give you access to daytime or evening matches at the Smart Araneta Coliseum or the SM Mall of Asia Arena. And for all you K-pop fans out there, catch Boy Next Door at the opening day on September 12, 2025. Tickets are now on sale at www.philippineswch2025.com. We will see you all at the 2025 FIVB Volleyball Men's World Championship in September. And as stated by Mark a while ago, we have more content coming right up because the Fan Zone moments will be streamed live on the Pilipinas Live app.
DJ ka dati. On behalf of my partner Neil Flores, Alexis Tinsay, Seb Sarmenta here saying thank you for joining us. Napakasayang araw po nito para sa bayan natin. At kung saan man kayo naroroon, mabuhay ang kalayaan ng Pilipinas. Mabuhay Pilipinas!